Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey. Tonight on the SSP video YouTube channel, it is Bergen County Tournament Championship Thursday. Welcome, everyone. I'm James Higgins, the voice of Crusader Hockey. Tonight, a special treat in the finals of the Bergen County Tournament. The #1 seeded 8-time reigning champion Don Bosco Prep Ironmen taking on the second-seeded Bergen Catholic Crusaders. Both teams played yesterday in regular season play. Don Bosco with a 4-2 win against Seton Hall Prep. Needed a goal in the third period from Zach Hammond to break a 2-2 tie. Connor Sedlak's empty netter gave him the final margin of 4-2 against Seton Hall. BC, on the other hand, up in Skylands against the Pope John Lions in the second meeting of the year between those two sides. BC came away with a 4-2 win. Goals from Tommy Olson, Matt Hughes, and Shane Carr, each with their first Crusader goal. And Aram Minetti capped the scoring. Ryan Henry between the pipes for BC as Brendan Mccaskey got the night off. Ryan Henry ran his record to 2-0 in his 2 starts this year for the Crusaders. Back in the goal tonight will be Brendan Mccaskey. Brendan has been in net for 11 of BC's 13 games. His record is 8-3. On the other side, Ethan Marich between the pipes for Don Bosco Prep. Marich was the goalie 1 month ago today when these teams played in the regular season. A game won quite easily by the Ironmen 4-zip. So we do it again a month later. This time there's a little bit more at stake, except for bragging rights. There's a title on the line. Bergen makes its first appearance in the county finals. This tournament is in its 9th year. BC previously had 4 trips to the semis. Breaking through finally this year under second-year head coach Tom Keogh to reach their first BCT final. We'll throw a few numbers at you, and then I'll tell you, I had a nice talk with Coach Greg Toscos before, the BC headman in his 14th year for the Ironmen. His team has only played 3 one-goal games. They're 26-0. 8 consecutive titles, as I mentioned. They've only played 3 one-goal games and 1 game decided by 2 goals. That, ironically, was a 2-0 shutout of Bergen Catholic back in 2014 in the semifinals. This matchup in the county tournament is obviously one-sided. BC and Bosco have played 4 times prior to tonight. 2013, 2014, and 2015, 3 straight years. Don Bosco eliminated the Crusaders, and just this last year as well in the semifinals in a 1-versus-4 matchup. All time, this is meeting number 97 between these two rivals. And there is just 3 games between the two teams in the all-time series matchup. Bergen is 43 up, 46 down with 7 ties. And this the 97th meeting. Bergen has lost 8 straight to Don Bosco. Their last win was almost 5 years ago, 5-3 in the Gordon Cup back in February of 2015. So I spoke to Coach Toscos before the game tonight, and I asked him, you've been in 8 straight finals. What is the difference walking into the building tonight? I said, is this different because of who it is? And he said, absolutely 100% this game is different for 2 reasons. Number one, it's Bergen Catholic. That is just about all you need to say about that he expects the crowd to be into it. The parents and the families and friends of this great rivalry certainly will be into this action. And number 2, it will be a test. Let's face it, when you face public school teams and you're a powerhouse like Don Bosco over the last 8 years, the finals are going to be fairly uneventful at times. One year in the finals, they played Ramsey and won the game 4-1. They got a goal late. They got a goal midway through the third to make it 3-1 and an empty netter to win the game 4-1. But other than that, they have not been tested. And another question I asked him, and I got a very good, very honest answer, was does he feel pressure as he and his Ironmen come into their 9th consecutive final? And he said, absolutely, 100%. There is pressure on Don Bosco. Now you would say he's crazy. This team is ranked number 2 in the state. They're the 8-time defending champions of this event. They've won 26 straight, and there's pressure on them tonight. It's an honest assessment of the magnitude of the game because Bergen presents, this version of Bergen Catholic presents, in my opinion, the stiffest test they will have played in any of their 27 games. Win or lose, this is the hardest game that they will ever have to play to date in the county tournament. It will be a very, very, very energetic, very intense affair. The clock is winding down. We're getting closer and closer. To face off. Special for tonight's championship game, there are goal judges on the outside, obviously, behind the glass, right behind the net, in an area that's squared off at each end for extra eyes on the goal line to help out the 3 officials on the ice, who are Mike Sorgi, Eric Slittenhart, and Skylar Seekablu. First 2 gentlemen will be referees, and Skylar will call the lines. Second of what could be 4 meetings between Bergen and Bosco on the ice this year. Early next month, after the conclusion of the regular season, we'll have the Gordon Cup playoffs, Gordon Cup tournament, whatever you want to call it. And that will be the division championship. It's a 3-round tournament. The top 8 teams in the Gordon Cup will qualify. And then in the state championship, you could see Bergen Bosco in a semifinal. Let's go to the PA announcer.
Bergen High School and Don Bosco Prep. Reminder, today's match will be in accordance with the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. Sportsmanship is expected at all times. And now for the lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Crusaders. Number 2, Brendan Kelly. Number 3, Shane Carr. Number 9, Dan Scott. Number 10, Matthew Hughes. Number 12, Steve Saxton. Number 14, Billy O'Connor. Number 17, Antonio Karoli. Number 18, Matthew Rosa. Number 19, Matt Desiderio. Number 20, Nick Number 19, Matt Desiderio. Number 26, Nikki Stobling. Number 27, Mick Thompson. Number 28, Nick Shrugs. Number 30, Ryan Henry. And number 44, Garrett Cata. And now for the Crusaders, starting lineup. First up on defense, number 8, Jake Antonucci. At forward, number 11, Armin Aram Maneshian. At forward, number 4, Devin Kelly. At defense, number 20, Nick Wallace. At forward, number 24, Tommy Olson. And in goal, number 33, Brendan Mccaskey. Now for the Ironman of Don Bosco. Number 2, Drew Fortescue. Number 3, Drake Garachi. Number 4, Michael Rubin. Number 5, Brendan Larrity. Number 8, Captain Hunter McGee. Number 9, Drew Hansen. Number 17, Joe Caliero. Number 20, Zach Hammond. Number 21, Troy Clement. Number 23, Sal Guzo. Number 24, Robbie Greenleaf, captain. Number 26, Liam Heffernan. Number 29, Ryan Fine. And number 35, Kevin Roll. Now for the starting lineup for Don Bosco. At defense, number 13, Will Fortescue. Also at defense, number 14, Lucas Clem. At forward, number 12, Eric Vivanetto. Also at forward, number 18, Connor Sedlak. And at forward, number 22, Matthew Imbriano. And in goal, number 30, Ethan Merritt. Would everyone please rise for the singing of the national anthem on tape? If everybody could see, please stay on the blue lines. Okay, I'm joined by some of our coaches from Bergen County. Of course, the Bergen and the Bosco coaches are also present. Okay, well, we anticipate a great hockey game tonight between the two top schools in Bergen County and two of the top programs in the state of New Jersey. We'd like to take a moment to observe the loss of one of our hockey coaches in Bergen County, the loss of Riverdale head coach Stephen Jascott. Steve started his interest in hockey playing in the Ramapo Saints organization. Steve was a standout hockey player at Ridgewood High School. His senior year, he was the captain. He was also a 4-year lacrosse player at Ridgewood. Steve started his coaching career at the Ridgewood High School, assisting for 4 or 5 years before eventually becoming a head coach in Wayne and this season at Riverdale High School. At this time, we would like to send our deepest condolences to Stephen's wife, his family, and everyone in the Riverdale, Ridgewood, and Ramapo communities. Thank you. Let's have a great game. Good luck to both teams.
Nice job there on the public address announcing. Observing a moment of silence for the passing of Riverdale head coach Steve Jascott. So, with that, with the introductions and the pregame stuff behind us, we can now focus on what is a much anticipated matchup. How did they get here? Bergen took down Ridgewood 4-3 in overtime in the quarters, and Monday night took out St. Joe's Regional 3-2. Don Bosco a little bit easier, 9-0 against Mawa and 11-1 against Ramsey. Mccaskey in net at the far end of the rink. And Marich at the opposite end. The mouth guard police are here. I like saying that. So here we go. Imbriano and a Manetti in on the draw. It's controlled by BC. Nick Wallace. Rink wide, Devin Kelly chips it in. And we're underway. Championship game, Bergen County Tournament. Bergen Bosco. For a hockey fan in this area, this is about as good as it gets. I guess a state championship game would be the only thing that might be able to top this, but this should be fun. BC loses it. Nice play by Brendan Kelly at the line. Antonucci nudges it up, and Devin Kelly's able to get it out to center. Will Fortescue fires it back in, controlled by Mccaskey. Brendan Kelly pressured there by Vivinetto. Hunter McGee comes in. Coming in to grab the puck is Chirazi. He gets it just outside of the line into neutral zone. Played by Rubin at his own line. Knocked down by Nick Stobling. Antonio Karoli comes to get it. Fires it through. It's out to the point. Shane Carr threw a screen off the glove of Marich and into the corner. Karoli controls it. Carr's got it again. Right point. Wrist shot off a leg into the corner. Kept in by Brendan Kelly. In the corner, it's Rosa. Played behind the net. Rubin's got it for Don Bosco. He's got some room. Left wing pass. McGee on his backhand sends it deep. First one there. Brendan Kelly, left wing. Antonio Karoli gets it to center. Stopped by Jake Garachi. He brings it into the zone. Plays it deep. Left wing corner. Played up and out. Should go all the way down for an icing. And it will. 12:59 left. Just a couple of minutes into this one. Good crowd. Crowd hurt tonight inside the building. This is not the only Bergen Bosco game on the board. The basketball teams are playing. There's a wrist shot from the point by Drew Fortescue. It's into the chest of Mccaskey, and he holds on. The Bosco and Bergen basketball game is being held over at BC. And the Crusaders are up by 3 at halftime. Face off to Mccaskey's right, deep in the BC zone. Devin Kelly's got it on right wing. Fanned on the outlet pass, but Tommy Olson grabs it, sends it to the boards, and now he sends it deep. First one on it, Minetti. Spins away from the hit. Gets knocked down. Good forecheck there by Tommy Olson. Troy Clement's got it on left wing. He gets it to center. Antonucci slides it through and pokes it deep. Drew Hansen around the net. Up off the glass. It hits the dasher. Skips up high. Should be an icing. And it does go the length of the ice. That puck was propelled forward. I think Hansen's looking for the glass. He got the dasher. Puck scoots down, bringing the face-off deep into the Don Bosco zone. Quick line change to bring out Stobling, Chirazi, and Karoli. To Marich's right, Embriano and Stobling lean in. Stobling leaves it. Rosa can't control it. Out to the point. Brendan Kelly plays it deep all the way around. Stopped by Lucas Clem. He leaves it in front. Karoli gets it. Out to Shane Carr. Carr back to Karoli. Karoli dumps it deep. Rosa battles in front. Fortescue. Brendan Kelly shot blocked by Vivinetto. Rink wide pass. Goes past Clem. Deep into the BC zone. Shane Carr's got it for BC. Flips it out to center. It's knocked down. Played back into the zone. Here's a little bit of room for Stobling. He shakes to his right. Wrist shot. Stick saved by Marich. Vivinetto sends it across. And Don Bosco's content to chip it deep. Wallace has it for BC. Shakes off a stick check. Goes wide. He's wheeling. Rip shot up over the blocker and off the glass. When he gets going, look out. That's Nick Wallace. Mick Thompson chips it into the Bosco zone. Played by Rubin. He swings back to his right, gets it over to Jake Garachi, who fires it up and out. Off the top of the glass. Antonucci was looking for a giveaway. He's got room. He's in. Shot wide. Good chance there for Zach Hammond, and he missed it. Wallace with the giveaway. Hammond with the good chance. Thompson gives it away at center, and Bosco's on it again. Ryan Fine's got it, the freshman forward. Brendan Kelly on his backhand is able to get it deep. Jake Garachi plays it, takes a slow bounce. Thompson's going to be the first one there. Two guys in front. He gets it to the point. Brendan Kelly can't get it deep. He does. Manettian's got it. Look for the point. Couldn't find him. He's got it back. Manettian goes to the middle. Backing up. Gets it to the point. Shane Carr deflected over the net and into the netting, bringing a halt to play. $10:19 to go. Here in the first period, we are scoreless. Face-off controlled by Fortescue. Reverses it around, and it's carried through center by Lucas Clem. Clem goes deep. Nice defensive play there by Shane Carr. Outlet pass for Minette. He's knocked down, ridden to the ground by Fortescue. No call. Should have been a penalty. 24. Cross-ice pass. Caldiero. He's got it for Bosco. Sends it into the corner. Up into the netting. Brendan Kelly. Play is stopped with 9:41 left. Couple of shots on goal each team so far. No score. Face off deep in the BC zone. Stobling and Embriano to Mccaskey's left. Controlled by BC. Stobling's got it at the line. Right wing pass to Anthony Rosa. Rosa tries to center it. It's blocked. He gets it deep, but it's intercepted. Rosa plays the body there on the side. It's controlled at the point. Wallace kept it in for a second. And away with the puck is Sedlak. Offside at the line as Connor Sedlak brought the puck in. Matt Embriano was in ahead of the play. Face-off just outside the BC blue line. Controlled there by Stobling. Along the boards. Hand pass in the neutral zone, whistled on Don Bosco. Face-off. Come back down deep to Marich's right. Ethan Marich, the freshman goaltender, gets the bulk of the work. for Greg Toskos' Ironmen. He did not play the quarterfinals or the semifinals. He wasn't tested. Face-off controlled by Don Bosco. Karoli looking for it. Down low, fine. 3-on-2. Bosco with the extra player. Rosa joins the mix. Out to the point. It's kept in. Anthony Rosa's got it in the high slot. He's got some room. Wrist shot. Save. Loose rebound. Controlled by Rubin. He gets it on left wing boards. Now it's played out to the right into center. Played just inside the BC zone. Ryan Fine avoids a hit. Gets the puck towards the net, and it's covered up by Brendan Mccaskey. So Brendan Mccaskey did play the quarterfinals versus Ridgewood and the semifinals versus St. Joe's. Ryan Henry got the start yesterday for BC up in Skylands against Pope John. BC shot gets through from the point, padded down. Controlled in front, shot, good save by Mccaskey. It's loose, pushed away to the side. Controlled at the point, down low, Fortescue wraps it around. Controlled behind the net. Centering pass goes all the way through, past Fortescue. He'll retreat and play the puck just inside of his blue line. On the right, it's Clem, intercepted. Here comes Minetti, and ooh, he just mishandled it slightly. Lost it, he's got it behind the net. Takes a big hit. Score! It's a goal! Tommy Olsen grabbed the puck and slid it in. Marich was surprised by it. Fortescue was down behind the net. Tommy Olsen, Johnny on the spot, grabs the puck and slides it home. 1-0 Crusaders. .702 is the time of the goal. For Olsen, his 5th of the season, none bigger than that. As BC grabs an early 1-0 lead. Fortescue again looking for an explanation on the call. He took the body on Minetti, and he went to the ice behind the net. Tommy Olsen came in, grabbed the puck, and slid it in. Nice defensive play inside the BC zone there on Connor Sedlak. Antonucci gets it past Sedlak. Rosa, little nice touch pass to Antonucci. He goes to his right, takes a hit from Connor Sedlak, loses the puck, but it's played by BC. Now, Michael Rubin's got it. Outlet pass, too far. And it goes for an icing. Waiting on the announcement for the goal. I expect Manetti to get a primary on the play behind the net. It could be an unassisted goal if Aram didn't play the puck. But Olsen got the goal. It's his 5th of the year. An even strength goal provides BC with the first marker of the night. Face off to Marich's right. Shirazi wins it. Thompson gets it to the point. Kelly with a wrist shot off a skate across the ice into the corner where it's played by Hunter McGee. It is unassisted. Olsen unassisted.
Thank you.
Face-off just outside the BC blue line. Controlled inside the zone by Brendan Kelly. He gets it over to Shane Carr. Sends it out to center. Cross-ice pass is intercepted by Mick Thompson and controlled by Carr just inside the BC line. Pass is deflected by Bosco. It'll come deep. Billy O'Connor, first one there. Fortescue for Don Bosco loses it. Mick Thompson with a wrist shot, knocked down and controlled by Ryan Fine. He scoots through center. Step up there by Shane Carr. Loose puck is controlled by Thompson. He just gets it out to center. Drew Fortescue, younger brother of senior captain Will Fortescue, sends it deep. Forechecking pressure, man open in front. They weren't able to get it in front. Dangerous moment there for BC. Out to the point and out. Across, it's Clem. Shot on goal, stick saved by Mccaskey into the corner. Devin Kelly plays it back to Shane Carr. Gets it out to center, forcing Don Bosco to regroup. Fired into the BC zone off the stick of Heffernan, bringing a halt to play with 6:09 remaining in the first period. BC with the 1-0 lead. Face off inside the center circle. The Ice Vault logo here on rink 3. Nick Wallace off the stick of Olsen and deep. Offsides, Bergen's forced to touch up. Clem takes it to center. Controlled there by Flaherty. On the backhand, he sends it down. Padded to the corner. Wallace on the backhand gets it to Devin Kelly. Nudges it out to center. Controlled by Clem. Gets it off the stick of Flaherty. And Wallace has it. Gets it to Devin Kelly. Cross ice pass. Knocked down by Tommy Olsen, but controlled by Flaherty. Long shot. Goes wide into the corner. Minetti plays it out to center. Turned around deep. Bosco goes for a change. BC will set it up. Nick Wallace carries the puck through center to his left. He goes wide. Stick check there. Spins it back. Nobody home for BC. Up off the glass into the net by Brendan Flaherty. Whistled down. Stoppage in play with 5:10 remaining here in the first. Stobling, Rosa, and Karoli for BC. Fine, Guzo, and McGee for Don Bosco. Puck is controlled behind the net by Jake Garachi. Outlet pass, a nice one to Ryan Fine. Moves to his right, goes behind Guzo. Hunter McGee was 3 feet off sides and it wasn't called. Play is controlled in the BC end by Don Bosco. Fine grabs it and spins back into center to reset. Cross ice pass goes through. McGee defended well there by Shane Carr. Good hit by Anthony Rosa, and the puck is chipped out to center. Rubin on the backhand sends it over to Garachi. Garachi to McGee. Deflected, comes down, bounces over a stick, controlled by Devin Kelly. Sends it deep. 4:24 to go. Period 1 from the Ice Vault. Rink number 3 here in Wayne, New Jersey. Championship game of the Bergen County Tournament. Wallace plays it for BC. Devin Kelly sends it through center. Misses Olsen. It's grabbed by Clem. He punches it deep. Wallace is forced to retreat. On right wing, gets it to Kelly, gets it back to Wallace. He's moving through center, gains the zone. Cross ice for Minetti. Loses an edge, goes down. Ooh, Nick Wallace with a nice hit. Puck is controlled, and it's iced up the ice. Connor Sedlak didn't like that hit. Played deep in the BC zone by Jake Antonucci. He brings it out, moves it through the center circle on his backhand. Inside, outside, sends it to the corner. His hitman teammate, Will Fortescue, is there to grab it. Gets it out to center. Eric Vivinetto goes into the zone. Shane Carr deflects it wide. Vivinetto shanks one over the blocker, over the glove, off the backboards. It's controlled by BC. Now, Rubin's got it. Right side, Garachi towards the net. Stick to the glass by Mccaskey. 3 minutes remaining in the first. 1-0 BC. Stobling's got it. He's got room. He's going to get through. He deflected. Kicked by Chirazi. Someone's going to go after him. There they go. They're going to give him a penalty for slashing. Ticky-tack. Ticky-tack call right there. Nick Chirazi for slashing at 12-13. He took a little poke at Ethan Marich's glove after he held the puck. And in an effort to keep things, I would say, under control, because the whole Bosco unit of 5 was ready to go after Chirazi for a little gentle little stick tap. Anyway, the play was called. BC is forced to kill it off here. Controlled at the line. Garachi over to Rubin. Rubin back at his right point position. Now it's Garachi, wrist shot. Skated down, rebound, shot blocked. It gets through, he gives it, shot save. That one was blocked. And I tell you, Ryan Fine had a wide open net. And he shot it and it was deflected. Now the ref just called Hunter McGee for the same thing that Nick Chirazi did at the other end. So consistency here from the officials as Hunter McGee goes off 30 seconds after Chirazi. So we'll skate 4-on-4, barring any other penalties for the next 90 seconds. Strolling, Karoli, Wallace, and Antonucci. Wallace has it. Moves to his right, into the slot, off the stick of Strolling. Puck is played up into the netting. Bringing a halt to play. So we're 2:08 left in the first. BC with a 1-zip lead. 1:22 left in Chirazi's minor. If it stays this way, BC will get a short power play. Good stick check there in the neutral zone by Antonucci. Karoli tries to play it deep. It's controlled by Clem. He gets it out to center. Vivinetto moving forward. Gets knocked down. Wrist shot. Gloved up over his head by Mccaskey. Would have hit the glass over him. He decides to reach up and snag it and stop the clock. On the draw, puck is slapped to the corner. Aram goes and gets it, plays it deep to Nick Wallace. Wallace moves away from a forechecker. Cross ice pass deflected in center by Bosco. No ice. Devin Kelly and Fortescue go in. Minetti comes in and grabs it. Gets it out to Wallace at the right point. Spinorama stops and shakes back to his left. Wrist shot, knocked down. Devin Kelly couldn't get to the rebound. Good shot by Wallace. Good save by Marich. Now Fortescue moves to his right. Slides it on goal. Sticked very calmly to the corner by Mccaskey. 1:10 to go in the first. 21 seconds left and counting on Chirazi's minor. Offsides is whistled on Bosco as Fortescue brought the puck back into the zone before his teammates had cleared. Face off in the neutral zone. Strolling and Heffernan draw. Kelly's got it. Sends it over to his partner, Shane Carr. Carr sends it back behind the net on the stick of Brendan Kelly. Kelly gets to the red line, dumps it deep, takes a hit. Chirazi's penalty is over. BC with the short power play. Pinching down, Carr comes close to the net. It's grabbed by Garachi. Sends it back behind the net to Michael Rubin. Right-handed shot defenseman. Sends it all the way down. Brendan Kelly gets it to Shane Carr. 24 seconds to go in the period. 5 seconds to go in Hunter McGee's minor. Chipped in. First one to it, Minetti. A little bit of room. Minetti shakes back to his right. Loses it. Good stick check there by Caldiero. Under 10 seconds from the right point. Blockered away by Maric. Out to the point. Antonucci with 4. Wrist shot. Blocked by McGee into the corner. And with that, the horn sounds, ending the first period. The doors are open. The Zamboni door is opening. So we're going to take a commercial timeout here. Commercial, again, like I said that the other day, didn't I? One day we'll have commercials on our streams. Like we will have a nice announcement about the people that bring you this streaming situation for Bergen Catholic Hockey. So we've played 15 minutes, 1 period in the books here in the championship game of the Bergen County Tournament for 2020. And Bergen Catholic has a 1-0 lead over Don Bosco. We'll take a timeout. Be sure and come back for period number 2. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. First intermission winding down here in the county championship final. Score after one, Bergen Catholic 1, Don Bosco nothing. Just want to make a quick note here. Anyone that's been watching these games knows it doesn't go on the air without the expertise and the wherewithal and all the professional business making of SSP Video. I just want to let you know that SSP Video is one of the tri-state area's leading production companies. They specialize in putting recruiting videos together for high school athletes. So if you're looking for somebody to help you out and get some highlights put together of your son, any sport, daughter, son, daughter, any sport, inside, outside, fall, winter, spring, SSP Video is the place to go. So go to their website. It's www.sspvideo.org. and get some information about how you can have SSP help your son or daughter get to college through athletics. Recap the scoring. 1 goal, Tommy Olson, unassisted at 7:02. A couple of minor penalties later on in the period. A couple of slashing minors. One for Nick Chirazi and one for Hunter McGee. Shots on goal through one period of play. Don Bosco 11 and BC 8. Players are making their way towards their positions on the ice for the opening faceoff of the second period. Manetti and Kelly, Olson, Wallace, Antonucci, Embriano, Sedlak, Vivanetto, Clem, and Fortescue for BC. Wallace has it through center, takes a little bump, gets it deep, spins away, and lets Tommy Olson handle the forecheck. Manettian's there as well. Devin Kelly digs in. Wallace has it at the right point. Slides it across, but out. Controlled by Antonucci at the red line. Cross corner dump. Misplay. Devin Kelly's got it in front. Tapped wide by Olson. Centered. Played behind the net by Fortescue, and he's got it. Outlet pass for Sedlak. Sedlak going through the line. Just got it into the zone. Forces Fortescue to turn away. Clem waits for Sedlak. Bouncer. Going to be some matching minors here, I believe, on Wallace and Sedlak in the opening minute. 50 seconds in, they'll both sit. Coincidental minors for roughing on Nick Wallace and Connor Sedlak. No loss of manpower on the ice. Remains 5-5. Stobling and Fine on the draw. Fine wins it at the right point. Garachi deflected and a save by Mccaskey, a good one. Brendan Kelly plays it behind the net. Rosa on the backhand chips it. It's played at the line and deep. Brendan Kelly to the right side, pinching down. It's Fortescue. It's not Fortescue, that's Sal Guzo on his right wing position. Cross ice passes intercepted. Eric Fine. Ryan Fine's got it. Wrist shot. Saved by Mccaskey, and he holds on. Couple of freshmen on that line with the senior. Guzo and Fine, freshmen. They're teammates, by the way, with Aram Minette on the Mid-Fairfield Bantam Major team up in Connecticut, coached by Marty St. Louis. Face off to Mccaskey's left. Antonucci goes and gets it. Karoli chips it out. It's played right back in. Minetti's got it. Tries to get around Troy Clement. Cannot. It's played deep. Icing. Is whistled down on Don Bosco. .13:22 to go. We're just in the opening minute and a half plus here in the second period. BC still with the 1-0 lead. Face off. Stalemated. Loose puck is played by Minetti on his right side. Minetti guilty of a rough. Got hit by Troy Clement. Got his gloves up a little bit. And he'll go to the box, 151. So now we'll have a power play. Aaron Minetti for roughing at 151. Bosco goes to the power play looking for the equalizer. McGee, Guzo, fine. McGee takes the draw. Garachi and Rubin, the defense pair. Strolling, Chirazi, Antonucci, and Carr. Shot, save, rebound, save. It's loose in the slot. Played away by Shane Carr. Hunter McGee fell down. The puck was loose right at his feet. Couldn't get it. And Carr came in and got it away. A surefire goal if McGee could have got to the puck. Fine carries it to center. He's forced back by Strolling. Swings it over past Rubin. Off the stick of Garachi, back to Rubin, and here comes Fine. Ryan Fine gets into the zone on the backhand, sends it behind the net. Controlled at the side here by Shane Carr. Up the boards and out. A little bit ahead of Chirazi. He's going to chase it down. Spins around the net. He's got control of it. He'll send it back. Why are you waiting for it? He waits for it. Guzo. Pass in front. Shot. What a play. Defensive play or a save. Brendan Kelly got in front. That was Guzo to Fine. Either Mccaskey got the glove on it or Brendan Kelly stopped it. Deflected pass out to the point. Garachi down low. Net is off. Crazy sequence there. Brendan Kelly backed up a little bit, let Guzo play the puck. Guzo got it, went deep, sent it in front, and Kelly cut to the front. Either he or Mccaskey kept that puck from going in. Couldn't see it. Happened so quick, a bang-bang play as Guzo worked behind the net and found Fine. Tommy Olson gets it, carries it out to center. Slides it down slowly behind the net to the side. Antonucci's in deep. Wallace back playing defense. Antonucci, stick check there on Matt Imbriano. It's out to the point and just sneaks out through the skates of Fortescue. 15 seconds to go in Minetti's minor. Here comes Clem. Gains the zone, goes to his right. Took a big hit. Wallace took a run at Lucas Clem. He's going to get a penalty. Clem is up on his feet. Doesn't seem any worse for the wear. He was leaning over. Wallace got a good piece of him. Two minutes on the board. Wallace goes to the box. 3:44 is the time. It's going to be a minor penalty to Wallace. Could be charging. Could be elbowing. But it's going to be a 5-on-3 for Bosco. The face-off will come up to Mccaskey's right, deep in the BC zone. Timeout, Bergen Catholic. So big moment here in this one. 11.
To number 20, Wallace. He receives 2 minutes for elbowing. The time of the penalty. 11:16 remaining in the second.
It's an elbow to Wallace. Coach Keogh calls a timeout as we hit a bit of a critical point in this game. It's a 5-on-3 now, albeit for only 8 seconds. They'll start deep in the BC zone if they can win the face-off, Bosco, setting up their power play. So here we go. 5-on-3 for Bosco. McGee, Fine, Guzo, Garachi, and Rubin. Stobling on the draw. Loose puck controlled by Fine. Out to the point. Garachi, he creeps in. Sends it over to Rubin. Shot, save. Rebound, it's out in front. It's loose. It's still loose. Antonucci clears it out. The net is off the line, and play is whistled down. So Minetti's minor is done. It'll be a 5-on-4 man advantage for Don Bosco. 11:02 to go in the second. 1:46 to go in Wallace's elbowing penalty. Face off to Mccaskey's left. Fine and Stobling get chased. Guzo comes in, takes it with Chirazi, and it's controlled by BC. Out to center. Garachi plays it to Rubin. Rubin bothered there by Stobling. Good play. Stobling's away with the puck. Cross-ice pass. It goes back to center. Antonucci grabs it, sends it up to the red line. It's back into the zone. Offside. They let it go. Okay, so they let the puck go into the zone. Offsides was not whistled. Bergen's able to grab it, and Jake Antonucci sends it to center. It's knocked down by Michael Rubin. Stobling slides to his right, back on goal, gloved backhandedly by Marich. He drops it, and Bosco will set up with a minute to go in the power play. Rink-wide pass. Ryan Fine stops at the right point. Cross-ice pass to Guzo. Deflected right in front. Controlled by Devin Kelly, up off the boards and out to center. Fortescue, that's Garachi, played it back. Fine's got it. 38 to go in the kill for BC. Guzo goes left to right, around Antonucci. Bodies him up, it's out to the point. Clem, wrist shot, deflected, over to Fortescue. He loses it momentarily, plays it deep behind the net. 22 to go in the penalty. Embriano sends it through the slot. Missed by Sedlak. Shot over the net. Off the stick of Clem from a sharp angle. Save by Mccaskey. Guzo fired it quickly from a sharp angle just inside the circle along the right wing boards. Mccaskey was able to get the glove on it with 13 seconds to go in the Wallace minor for elbowing. Under 10 minutes to go, 9:28 to be exact. Here in the second period, BC still with the 1-0 lead. Kelly and Stobling in there, off the glass and into the penalty box. Bosco's sin bin. We'll do it again to Mccaskey's left with 3 ticks remaining. Olsen, Manetti, Kelly, and Antonucci. Manetti's playing defense. Shot from the point. Blocked with the boot by Tommy Olsen. He's shaken up a little bit. Wallace is out of the zone, and he's got the puck. Cross ice pass to Minetti. Top of the circle. Wrist shot. Blocked. Slides through the slot, and it's grabbed by BC. It's Connor Sedlak. Sedlak over the blue line. Had it taken away by Strolling. Gets it to Devin Kelly. Kelly sends it across. Intercepted by Don Bosco and played down. No icing as it was deflected on the way in. Wallace out of the box, loses it. Gets tripped by Sedlak. No call. Shot, save, cleared away by Antonucci. Up towards the point, controlled by Devin Kelly. Kelly moves to his right, further to his right, dumps it deep. Dangerously right through the center of the crease, top of the crease with the puck. Sedlak goes deep with it. Can't get past Antonucci. Shot deflected, high and wide into the corner. Wallace hits Embriano, knocks him down, takes the puck. Devin Kelly's got it. Gets to the red line and trickles it deep. Thompson, first one in for BC. Kelly takes the puck, sends it to Karoli, who taps it to Thompson. Out to Carr at the point. He sends it deep. Thompson's got it behind the net. Takes a hit, gets the puck to Kelly, sends it all the way through. Brendan Kelly moves in, shot. Marriage fell down. The puck goes to the corner. Shot deflected, just wide. Centered and controlled by Don Bosco. If they hurry, they had numbers. They don't. They get it to the line. Quickly turned around. Thompson sends it off the boards to Rosa, just outside of his reach. Controlled by Bosco and sent down for an icing. Past the halfway point of the second period. Bergen maintains a 1-0. Decided edge in shots this period so far. 10-2 in favor of the Ironmen, running the game total to 21-10. Played off the side of the net, knocked behind the net by Marich. Deflected on goal. It's between his pads and he covers. Wallace sent a wrister towards the net, fluttered in. Marich got a glove on it, looked for it quickly, and covered up. Face-off won by BC. Wallace at the line. Sends a one-timer pass to Minetti, who fired it wide. Minetti's back up, playing as a forward after a couple of shifts on D. Wallace on his right side. Passes behind Minetti. Tommy Olson will grab it. Sends it up through the air. Hits the scoreboard. And that will bring a halt to play. Face-off coming up to Mccaskey's left after the Olsen clearing attempt hit the scoreboard. At the point, it's Clem. It's knocked down by Desiderio. He sends a reversal around the boards. It's grabbed by Rosa. Rosa could have told him he was going to do that. Clem stepped up and picked it off very easily. Desiderio over there working on Clem. Kicked ahead by McGee. Falling down over there, Bosco player, that was Guzo. Karoli comes out with Strolling on a 2-on-1. Karoli, wrist shot, off the crossbar and into the netting. Great opportunity for Antonio Karoli. Wrist shot on the off wing, top of the right circle. Beats Marich, but doesn't beat the bar. Sounds like a law school problem when you don't beat the bar. Face-off deep in the Bosco zone. Minetti and Imbriano. Bosco controls it behind the Marich net. Rubin and Garaci, the pair. Stolen by Kelly. Played to the side, controlled by Minetti. Minetti tried to get it through on the backhand, could not. At center, it's Clem. Cross-ice pass looking for Sedlak, can't get him. Sedlak's able to play it deep. Minetti slides it over to Brendan Kelly. Rink-wide pass for Devin Kelly. Knocked down, but not controlled. Minetti got a stick on it. Brendan Kelly knocks it down on goal, and it's controlled by Marich. It gets a whistle. So 5:38 to go in the second. Little explanation there for Coach Toscos at his bench. Face-off coming up deep in the Bosco zone. Rosa will slide in and take it. Played it to the side of the net. Chirazi battling. Gets it about at the point. Rink wide pass to Wallace. Slides it across. Looking for Karoli. Doesn't get anything on it. Goes harmlessly to the corner. It's carried out through center. Sedlak, right wing pass. Try to get it back. He scores! He does get it back. Eric Vivanetto with the centering pass. And Sedlak got behind Wallace and redirected it between Mccaskey's legs. And with 5:15 to go in the second period, this game is tied at 1 apiece. Connor Sedlak gets his 10th goal of the year. And deadlocks this one at 1-1. Off the draw, controlled by Bosco in their own zone. Chip down, it gets past Shane Carr. Behind the net. Hit put on there by Shane Carr. Played out at the point by Fortescue. He spins back. Brendan Kelly sends it up. Takes a hit. Pass was deflected. No icing. Fortescue and Kelly go after it. Cross ice reversal. Played out to center. Zach Hammond's on it. He gives it to Troy Clement. Clement slides to his left. Loses the puck. Shane Carr gets it up the boards. Controlled by Hammond. Right wing side Guzo. Shot. Saved by Mccaskey. Brendan Kelly settles it down. Off the glass. All the way down. It will go for an icing. 3:55 remaining in period number 2. Off the draw, it's controlled at the point. Rubin, wrist shot, looking for a deflection. It hits off of Wallace, goes behind the net. Rubin comes deep, gets it to Guzo, out to the point, covering is fine. Gives it to McGee. McGee looking for Rubin, gets it out. Antonucci grabs it. Wallace backpedaling, spins away from trouble, is able to move it up. Scoots it out to center, controlled there by Michael Rubin. Off the boards, Antonucci gets it to center. Sal Guzzo's on it, sends it deep. Off the boards. It's controlled by Wallace. He gets it to Anthony Rosa, who gives it right to Michael Rubin. Rubin gains the zone, opens up to the circle, into the slot, missed everybody, and it goes out to center. Guzo retreats, dumps it deep. Antonucci will come across and grab it. Anthony Rosa gets a stick on it, plays it deep. 2:45 to go in the second. Wallace tried to handle it, could not. Fortescue grabs it for Don Bosco, and now it's played out to center. Embriano looking for Sedlak. Embriano in the corner. That's Vivinetto. Chirazi moves in. Chirazi and Thompson. Sedlak and Vivinetto. Centered. It's grabbed by Antonucci. Rosa on right wing. Sends it deep. Chirazi goes in. First one there for BC. On the backhand, it's played to the far boards. Sedlak takes a little bump out at the point. Shot from Chirazi goes into the corner. Thompson forechecking on Clem. Billy O'Connor's on as well. Behind the net, O'Connor. Chirazi and Thompson. Played now by Bosco coming out of the zone. Vivinetto on the left wing. Wrist shot. Save by Mccaskey with the glove. And he holds on. .143 left, middle period. Bergen County Coaches Association Ice Hockey Tournament. Championship game. Face off to Mccaskey's right. Minetti wins it, and Wallace controls it. He's looking for Minetti and can't find him, and it's gone down for an icing. Bring the face-off down, right back down in the BC zone. This time in the circle to Mccaskey's left. Face-off is controlled by Bosco. Manetti deflects it, gets through a check, centers the puck, it's deflected, and knocked down and controlled at center. Rubin up from his defense position. Puck's off a skate, out to center. Robbie Greenleaf taking a shift here for Don Bosco. Wallace gets through two guys, gets to the blue line, chips it deep, tries to go get it, cannot. Steals the puck from Garachi, and it's played by Rubin. We're under a minute in the second period. Played at center by Shane Carr. Back into the zone. Cross-ice pass for Rubin. He's got it for Bosco to the line. Chipped in by Zach Hammond. And Antonucci will retreat. Sends it up. Stobling got a stick on it. Tommy Olson will go in on the forecheck with 35 to go in the second. Stobling forechecking hard. Kept in at the line by Karoli. Sends it deep all the way through. 20 seconds in the period. All the way around. Carried out by Lucas Clem. Clem tries to center it, cannot. It's played by Devin Kelly out to center. 7 seconds to go in the period. Fine's got it with 5 and 4. And Fine is just fine with holding on to the puck as the horn sounds, ending the second period. So Bosco gets the only tally of the frame. A goal by Connor Sedlak ties this game up. So I'm going to go get the scoring of the goal as quick as I can. There was an assist that I didn't catch on Sedlak's goal. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back for the third period. It's championship night here at the Vault. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, to the Bergen County championship game of the Bergen County tournament here at the Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey. I'm James Higgins, bringing you all the play-by-play action between this exciting 1-1 stalemate here between the Don Bosco Prep Ironmen, the 8-time champs, and the Crusaders of Bergen Catholic, making their first appearance in the championship game of this tournament. Scoring recap: 1 goal in the period. It was Connor Sedlak, his 10th of the year. Great pass on the far boards there by Eric Vivanetto, Wyckoff's own Eric Vivanetto. Slid it in front. Sedlak got the stick behind Wallace. Knocked it in. We're deadlocked at 1-1 as we start period number 3. BC settles back in their zone. Antonucci gets it out to center. Karoli takes a hit but gets it deep. Strolling trying to center it back, couldn't get it there. Clem controls it. Wallace grabs it and sends it back in. Opening minute, 3rd period. Cross ice, off the stick of Fine. He'll retreat and get it to Jake Garachi. Right wing pass is chipped into the BC zone. Kelly lost it momentarily to McGee. Gets it over on the right wing. Knocked down by Imbriano. Gets it deep. That's Vivanetto. And it's played out to center. Sent right back in to the right of Mccaskey. It's played by Shane Carr. Off the back of the net to Brendan Kelly. Up on right wing, left wing that is, to Tommy Olson, who had it. Gets it off the glass, and now it's out to center. Michael Rubin backpedals. Right-handed defenseman had it knocked away, and it's turned away and sent back in. Garachi over to Rubin. Back to Garachi. And he sends it out to center. Minetti gets a stick on it. Brendan Kelly sends it over. Devin Kelly. Minetti takes a little bump. Tommy Olson stutters. Stops. Pad save by Marich. Controlled by Rubin. Centering pass. Gets it to Vivanetto. He's on his own. 1-on-4. Outside, inside. Around Wallace. Devin Kelly slides in and takes the puck. Wallace gains the zone. Offsides is whistled as one little stick handle there by Nick Wallace at the line caused Strolling to enter the zone prematurely. 12:58 in the 3rd. We're just in the early stages of this 3rd period. Deadlocked at 1. Icing. Face-off coming up deep in the Bosco zone to Marich's right. Strolling loses the draw. Behind the net, Chirazi looking for it, can't find it. Chirazi takes a hit from Hansen. 2-on-2 in the slot. Karoli, wrist shot, he scores! Antonio Karoli picks up a loose puck in the high slot just inside the circle and rips one home over the glove. It's 2-1 Crusaders. Antonio Karoli gives BC the lead. .222 the time of the goal. And BC's back out in front. Bouncer sent in, went through the arm of Mccaskey. It's controlled by Don Bosco. deep now in the BC zone. They put some pressure on. Spinning away with it, Tommy Olson. He gets it out to center.
Scored by number 17, Karoli. The assist to number 26, Nick Stowley. Time of the goal, 12:38 remaining.
Stobling gets the only assist. He made the play along the boards on the right wing. Got it to the slot where Karoli settled it down and wired it. That's like a wire transfer. He wired the puck from his stick to the top corner over Marich's glove. Puck is sent deep by Brendan Kelly, controlled behind the net by Fortescue. Clem has it, gets it out to center. Antonucci will fire it right back in. Marich is out to grab the puck, sends it out. It's controlled by BC. Shane Carr's got it at center. Gets to the red line, gets it to Brendan Kelly. It's deflected, blockered into the corner where Fortescue can get it to Flaherty. Shot is blocked by Liam Heffernan, and Flaherty takes it. Couple of moves. Shane Carr knocks it back out to center. 11:20 to go in the third. Stop and go move. Shane Carr jumps up and grabs it, sends a rink-wide pass to the goal scorer that has given BC the lead, Antonio Karoli. Garachi reverses it to Flaherty, and Flaherty flips it up in the air. Rubin knocked it down. McGee sends it deep. Karoli waits for it to the point. It's kept in. Shot was not, didn't get a lot on it there. It was Rubin. There's a deflected clearing keep. Karoli's got it on right wing to Chirazi. Chips it in. Stobling's got it. Got a little bit of room. Shot, score! Nick Stobling! 5-hole! From a sharp angle, Nick Stobling. And it's 3-1 BC. .523 is the time of the goal. And BC's got themselves a 2-goal lead off the draw. It slides in. Marich covers it. So I blew that call. It's very difficult at times to tell the difference between Nick Chirazi and Nick Stobling. So I gave Stobling credit for it on the call. It's Chirazi who gives BC the 2-goal advantage. Played at center by Wallace, controlled by Fortescue. Thompson, a little peskiness there on Will Fortescue. He gets it over to Clem. Clem will exit the zone on left wing. Shakes back to his left and right. Moves in, stopped, and it's cleared out to center. Controlled by Fortescue. Behind the net, Antonucci takes it. Cross-ice pass grabbed by Minetti and stops, moves back to the front, has it knocked off his stick. Fine comes in. Minettian's battling for it. He's got it. Moves to his right, gets it to Shane Carr. Carr shot wide on the far post, controlled by Antonucci. He moves to the middle, waits, shot blocked by Hunter McGee. 3-on-2 the other way for BC. McGee's got it, offsides. Guzo in ahead of the play. Hunter McGee slid to his right Little extra stick handle caused the offsides. 9:22 to go in the third period. 3-1 Bergen Catholic. Face-off controlled by BC and played at the Bosco line by Michael Rubin. Devin Kelly stops play there, and Manettian's able to grab it. Off the glove. Nope. Off the glove of Garachi, and there's a penalty coming up. Tommy Olson's going to get a penalty. Slashing. Time of the penalty is 6:05. 2 minutes for slashing for Tommy Olson. And BC will be short a man. Face-off controlled by Don Bosco at the top of the circle. Shot saved by Mccaskey. No, Wallace goes to the bench to get an extra stick as it was slashed and broken. Mccaskey loses it. Now he's got it, and he covers. Coach Keogh obviously upset. With the broken stick. Probably saying it didn't get like that because he leaned on it. It got like that because it was slashed and broken in two by a Bosco player. No call. Mccaskey covered the puck. And the faceoff will come up to his right in the Bergen zone. 1:41 to go in the Olson minor. Antonucci slides in, takes the draw. Wallace loses it. It's controlled at the point. Rubin's got it now on the right point. Right wing boards, it's Ryan Fine. Centers it. Shot, rebound, controlled by BC. Out to the point and out into center. Rubin is forced back by Strolling. I can see clearly that's Nick Strolling, 26. Play is controlled by Wallace. He sends it down the length of the ice. First one there is going to be Strolling. Looking in front for Devin Kelly. It's intercepted by Rubin, and he takes it. Skates it out, gets to the red line, moves to the middle. Waits. Short angle shot is saved by Mccaskey. Puck's behind the net. Antonucci got dragged down. No call. Manettian's able to clear it out. 42 seconds to go in the Don Bosco power play. Fine has it. He goes deep. Shot off the outside of the net. Controlled by Brendan Kelly, and he clears with 29 seconds to go in the Bosco power play. 7:20 to go in the third period. Minetti in on the forecheck. Ragging the puck, battling with Fortescue. 3 Bosco players there looking for the puck. Manettian killing time nicely. Karoli supports it. And Kelly's got the puck, and he'll send it deep, cross corner. 10 seconds to go in Olson's penalty. Good forecheck by Karoli. Slows things down. Coming through is Connor Sedlak to the right wing. Tries to go between the legs, can't do it. It's controlled and sent out. Just kept in. Out of the box, Olson. Loose puck in the slot. And it goes to the corner. Brendan Kelly on the backhand gets it up to the boards. Kept in by Clem. And it's cleared into the Bergen bench. Power play over for Bosco. Olson's out of the box. And BC maintains the 2-1 lead, the 3-1 lead, 2-goal advantage with 6:38 left in the third period. Face-off, controlled in the circle. It's loose at the side of the net. Spinning away with it is Wallace. Neat little play by Nick Wallace. Gets it all the way to the red line and slides it down. First one to it over here is going to be Nick Karoli. No, that's not Nick. That's Antonio. My names are off there. Nick's his older brother. Graduated BC a couple years ago. 2-on-2 below the goal line. Out. Passed to the point. Shot just off the right post by Antonucci. It's controlled by Ruben. He gets it out to center. Doesn't get it out. Stopped. Chirazi's got it. Controlled behind the net by Jake Garaci. He gets it to Flaherty. It's quickly controlled by Karoli. Sends it deep and heads for a change. Minetti and Ruben. Minetti steals the puck. Looks for Devin Kelly. It's off his stick. Shane Carr comes in and shot's blocked. Minetti, very heady play, supporting at the blue line. Forechecking is Tommy Olson. 5.5 minutes to go. Third period. 3-1 Bergen Catholic. Steal. Minetti, wrist shot. Saved by Marich. Minetti steals it. Holds on to the puck. Sends it over the net to the far boards. Wallace grabs it. Moves to the middle. Finds Devin Kelly in the circle. Wrist shot. Goes wide. Out to the point. Shane Carr. Glove down by Minetti. Behind the net, Olson doesn't get it. Nick Wallace does. He sends it behind the net. Minetti battling with Garaci. 2-on-2. Tommy Olson's there, as is Liam Heffernan. Toscas' third line's out there now. As time ticks away, we're under 5 minutes. Michael Rubin forced to flip it out. Glove down by Brendan Kelly. He gets it to Devin Kelly. Yep. Penalty on Connor Sedlak. Bosco players don't like it, but the call was made. Devin just drifted in with the puck. He was in a bit of a vulnerable position, and Sedlak takes the minor. 10:18 is the time. Connor Sedlak will sit. Huge opportunity for the Crusaders. 3-1 lead, 4:42 to go in the third period, and they're going on the power play. Thompson, Olson, Manetti, Antonucci, and Wallace. This power play looked real good yesterday against Pope John. Wallace moves to center, moves to straightaway on the point, gets it to Antonucci. They exchange. The umbrella's in effect. Shot deflected wide into the corner. Mick Thompson settles it, gets it to Minetti. Minetti moves to the middle, takes a stick check from Guzo, controls it at the top of the circle, moves below the goal line. Behind the net, shrugs down a defender. Antonucci's got it. Under 4 minutes in the third period. Minetti on the backhand sends it deep. It's knocked down by Clem. Fortescue's got it behind the net. Mick Thompson controls the puck. Antonucci's got it. Whistle. Lucas Clem is going to go. Minetti took a little bit of abuse there after the hit. There's going to be more than one penalty here. The original is on Lucas Clem. I think Tommy Olson and Hunter McGee are going to get penalties. Should cancel each other out after the original by Clem. Hunter McGee's in the box now as well. We'll see if somebody from BC goes. They're looking for someone. Looks like Tommy Olson's being given the gate. So Tommy Olson heads to the locker room. We'll wait for the call on that. Hunter McGee's in the box with Connor Sedlak. more importantly, there's 3:48 on the clock, and Bergen's got a 2-goal lead. We stand at 3-1. It all started with Minetti in controlling the puck along the left wing boards deep in the Bosco zone. Got into it a little bit with Lucas Clem. Referee's still waiting, deciding on extra calls here. We'll see exactly what happens. One referee is talking through the through the glass, obviously the scorekeeper, trying to give him some so it could be that the only additional minor is to Hunter McGee, and that Tommy Olson was given a 10-minute misconduct for after the fracas there with Clem and Minetti. Tommy Olson got into it down on the goal line with Hunter McGee. Olson is gone, probably with a 10-minute misconduct, and there's a 2-minute minor on the board to Lucas Clem. It's a 5-on-3 for the Crusaders. 11:13 is the time of that penalty. It's a long 5-on-3. Under a minute to go in Sedlak's penalty. And Wallace has lots of room to bring it up. Gains his zone and stops. Cross-ice pass, Antonucci. Sides it to Wallace, top of the circle. Cross-ice Minetti moves to the middle. Stops, he waits, he got room, shot saved. Karoli goes for the rebound. Another save by Marich. Antonucci grabs it, settles it down. The net was off the moorings, off the line. They called it a hold on Clem, and McGee and Olson got 10-minute misconduct, so their night is done. It's a 5-on-3 right now for BC. 31 left in the first penalty. Face-off win and a good one by Liam Heffernan, and it's sent all the way down. Wallace out from behind the net, gets it to center. Moves to his left, takes a bump, controls the puck, sends it through the slot. Minetti's the one to grab it. 10 seconds to go in Sedlak's minor. Controlled by Antonucci at the line, pops up, and it's down. He tried to get it inside the blue line, could not. It's whistled down on the offsides. 3 seconds left in Sedlak's penalty. 58 seconds left in Clem's penalty, and 2:45 to go in the third period. Shirazi, Strolling, Hughes, Kelly, and Carr. Offsides at the line by BC. Sedlak, penalty is over. He's out on the ice, killing penalties. He's a threat, obviously, while shorthanded. Strolling on left wing, out in the slot. It's grabbed by Shane Carr. Missed. He gets it deep. Great play there by Carr just to keep it deep. The Bosco was looking to go the other way. Matt Hughes in the corner. Joined by Strolling. It's grabbed by Fortescue, and away goes Bosco. Sedlak against Carr. Carr takes him down. There's a penalty. Interference on Shane Carr. Shane Carr gets interference. And Bosco is going to call a timeout. Time of that penalty is 12:47.
Bergen Catholic penalty to number 3. Shane Carr, who receives 2 minutes for interference at 2:13 remaining of the third period. That's number 3 Carr, interference at 2:13 remaining of the third period.
Want to give a special thanks right now as the timeout's going on. A lot of that information was given to me by a couple of guys who do a lot of work in following hockey. Greg Miller is the BC hockey historian, and he gave me a lot of the information, all of it, to be honest with you, about the Bosco Bergen history, all 96 games coming into tonight. So special thanks and shout out to Greg Miller and also to Jim McConville. Jim has been covering the Bergen County tournament, obviously, for all 9 years. Compiles some really great spreadsheets with records and stats and coaching and brackets and everything that I can talk about the tournament. So big shout out to those two guys, Jim McConville and Greg Miller, for helping me with the stats and the numbers and stuff to make me sound very smart. Off the draw, 4-on-4, Wallace slides through the circle, gets it out to center. Played at the line, and now it's off again. Played by Guzo, deep into the BC zone, but it's whistled down on the offside. 1:59 to go. 3-1 BC. Garachi gets it to the line, sends it deep. Fortescue's playing up front, probably because he's big. 4-on-4, shot, saved by Mccaskey. It's loose in the crease. Grabbed by Wallace, heady play, gets it down. Empty net for Bosco, down two goals to make it a 6-on-4. Guzo goes through everyone. He's in. He shoots. He scores. Sal Guzo weaving his way through center, splits the defense. And with 1:26 to go, Bosco gets closer. It's 3-2 Crusaders. That's a power play goal at 13:24. For Guzo, his third of the year, his second against Bergen Catholic. He scored to open the game back a month ago in the regular season meeting they had here at the Ice Vault. So $1:26 left, 3-2 BC. Face-off controlled by Bergen Catholic, and they'll send it deep. Garachi and Sedlak get the assist. 1:05 to go. Championship on the line here. Bergen Catholic 3, Don Bosco 2. Coming through center, Sedlak. Backhand pass, a little too far on the wing for Fine, but he blocks the clearing attempt. At the point, empty net again. 6 attackers on for Don Bosco. It's past Carr. He steals it, fires it up, glove down at the line by Rubin. Plays it deep. Carr's got it, gets it out to center with 37 seconds to go. Controlled by Fortescue. Gets to the line and dumps it in. Back to get it, Carr. Swings it. It's intercepted. Turned right over to Bosco. Behind the net, centered. Controlled. Karoli, strong on the puck. Gets it out to center. 22 seconds to go. Controlled at the top of the circle by Rubin. Now it's played at center. Devin Kelly with 15. Fine with 12. It's center ice. Minetti comes up. Fortescue on left wing with 8. It's played in the corner. Wallace falls down. Devin Kelly's got it. Covers the puck with 101. They're going to call Devin Kelly. Devin Kelly fell down on the puck with 1.4 seconds to go. Discussion at the scorers table there. They put some time back on the clock as they blew the whistle. 3.5. Face off to Mccaskey's right. Stobling's going to lean in. Sedlak's on the left wing, left-hand shot. He's probably going to try to go forward. Stobling wins it. Mccaskey clears it behind the net, and that's it. That'll do it. The reign is over. The dominant decade of Don Bosco in the Bergen County tournament comes to an end tonight. Bergen County champions, Bergen Catholic Crusaders. Final score 3-2. A jubilant bunch of Crusaders go to the student section, jumping to the boards. Coach Keogh hugs his staff in front of the net. 26 consecutive victories for Don Bosco. They are undefeated in the Bergen County tournament no more. The Crusaders take down the Ironmen in a classic of this rivalry. The winning goal provided by Nick Chirazi. They will line up at center ice for the victorious handshakes as the Crusaders become the first team other than Don Bosco to come home with the county title. What a victory for BC. In his second year, Tommy Keogh brings Bergen Catholic to the semis last year, ousted by Bosco, back to the tournament again this year, all the way to the championship game, and the Crusaders get it done. The march to the county title is complete, and the Crusaders execute the plan. Now, you wouldn't think on Friday night that this might not have happened, because the BC team played a sluggish game against Ridgewood. They were taken to overtime. Devin Kelly got the Crusaders through. They took out St. Joe's in the semis on Monday. And tonight, they take down Don Bosco. Teams are lining up at their respective blue lines.
In Bergen County, Colin Church, our tournament liaison. I'm Corey Robinson, the athletic director at Fairlawn and tournament director. Again, I'd like to congratulate two great teams on a well-played game. It's the second time you guys have met this year, and something tells me it's going to be a couple more meetings down the line. And continue to represent the county the way you guys did. You guys are a lot of really good, talented hockey players on the ice tonight. So at this time, if Coach Toscos could send up his captains to receive the second place trophy. Guys, come on up.
Don Bosco captains Will Fortescue, Robbie Greenleaf. Head over to Corey Robinson, the executive director of and chairman of the Bergen County Coaches Association Hockey Tournament. Second place tonight for Don Bosco.
Okay, also, at this time, we're going to name our tournament MVP as voted by the committee. The 2020 tournament MVP is from Bergen Catholic, Antonio Karoli.
The most valuable player of the award of the tournament goes to sophomore forward Antonio Karoli. His goal gave BC a 2-1 lead early in the third.
Congratulations, Antonio. Okay, at this time, as Coach Kehoe can send his caps forward to receive the Bergen County Tournament Championship Trophy.
All of the captains and alternates head over. It's Devin Kelly, Nick Chirazi, Nick Stobling, Tommy Olson, Jake Antonucci, and winning goaltender Brendan Mccaskey as they pose for the picture with the championship trophy. Crusaders at the top of the heap for hockey in Bergen County.
Great
and here
job,
goes the
both
victory
teams.
lap.
Good job, Bosco. Good job, Bergen.
Nick
Have a safe
Chirazi
night.
brings the trophy to the student section.
And thank you for
Opposite
attending
the
the
BC
tournament.
bench.
Thank you to the Ice Vault staff, everybody from the Reese family to the kitchen staff, to the security, to the ice guys. Great job.
Corey Robinson wraps up the night thanking the great staff here at the Ice Vault who do a tremendous job. Presenting themselves here as the host for this tournament every year. It takes a big effort to put this thing on, and no place better to do it than the Ice Vault, trust me. Some very happy, smiling parents of. There's Tracy Chirazi with Nick Frassetto, and Will Frassetto's father, Dominic. Will graduated last year. Devin Kelly is already off the rink. Hey, Devin. Devin, you're missing the picture. You're missing the picture. So Devin Kelly came off to give his mom a big hug. Sorry for the screaming, but he was missing the team picture, laying down on the ice with the rest of his teammates and the trophy. So BC will collect their gloves and their sticks and their helmets and head for a very happy locker room. So we're going to set up downstairs. I'm going to get a few interviews. I'm going to grab a coach and a few players and talk about what happened here over the last 6 days. Started on Friday, coming all the way through here to the victory tonight. 3-2 is the final. The 2020 Bergen County champions are the Bergen Catholic Crusaders. Stick around for postgame. We'll be downstairs doing some interviews. So a short time out, and we'll be right back with you on SSP Video. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Locker room, second-year head coach Tom Keogh, I got to say right away, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
How do you feel?
Feels great. Making history here. First county championship, school history. We played the systems correctly. We worked hard. Got pucks deep. We took the body. And that's why we got a W today.
What's going through your mind as the game's getting late and the penalties are called and BC gets the second goal? BC, the lead goes down as you guys were up 3-1. Bosco gets a goal late. What's going through your mind there?
Again, we just got to play good defense. Stay aggressive on them, obviously, and stuff like that. Make sure to take away opportunities. And obviously it worked because I got the win.
A couple of things I noticed tonight. Brendan Mccaskey was exceptionally good in net tonight. He was very sharp. And your play of your forwards, very good forecheck tonight. Very hard, very aggressive. Was that something that you said going in tonight? We got to get good goaltending. That's a given.
100%.
But forechecking.
Yeah, we changed the forecheck up. Obviously, it worked. Super aggressive, make plays, the red line, the blue line, and like I said, it's a good win. Feels good.
What happened when you opened the door to the locker room?
Can't tell? I'm soaked.
That's great. Well, I can speak as an alumni who didn't play ice hockey. This was a great run that you guys had. Great springboard for what's left for the rest of the season. Great job so far. Keep up the good work. Congratulations, Tom. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a quick little break here, and we'll try to get a couple of the boys on. Hey, up next is senior captain Nick Strolling. Nick, it's got to feel great, number one. Congratulations. How do you guys feel?
Thank you. It feels amazing. We've worked so hard for this for so long, all off season and all up to this point, and everything's finally paid off for this day. But, we still got 2 more to go. But this feels great right now.
What's going through your mind as you come up the ice with the puck? You get to a sharp angle there. Did you see an opening there in the 5-hole and Marich as he played you up?
Yeah, I saw an opening. The puck was bouncing a little bit, so I took a second to wait till it settled down and then picked up my head, saw the 5-hole, and just put it in.
Now, you've been on this in this program for 4 years and have seen a lot of different things, ups and downs. It's got to feel great as a senior to play with a mix of players, young and old, and to come up with this accomplishment, to knock off Bosco after they had won the tournament every time so far.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I love all my teammates. They all work so hard. We're such a good group. We're such a tight-knit group, such a family, and it just feels amazing to win the county championship.
What's going through your mind as the clock is ticking down and Devin falls on the puck? They put some time back. What's going on in your mind as you go in for the faceoff?
Well, it kind of changed how I was going to take that faceoff. With 1 second left, I was just going to drop on it. With 3, they can get a shot off, so you have to play it a little bit differently.
Congratulations. Go hang out and celebrate with your teammates. Great job. Great job, Nick.
Thank you.
Yep. This is live. Okay, I'm standing now here with the victorious goaltender, all 3 wins in the county tournament for Brendan Mccaskey. Congratulations, Brendan. How do you feel?
Good, thank you. I feel great.
So I have to say, I've seen you play all the games so far this year, except for the game at St. Augustine. Tonight was by far your best game. You picked a great time to have your best game. How do you feel about your performance?
Honestly, I feel really well about it. My defenseman also helped me out too, cleared bodies, let me see the puck. So a lot of the saves I had to make were really easy.
It seemed as though they had a lot of shots. Were you facing a lot of good chances? Certainly from time to time. What was the defensive game plan to keep things to the outside and control the play that way with your D?
Yes, overall our game plan was just get things to the boards because we know that they're deadly. If we keep the puck up the middle, they like to pass it through there, so that we knew that if we just keep the puck along the boards, chip it out, get quick breakouts, we know that they will minimize their scoring chances.
I talked to Nick Stobling just a couple of minutes ago, another senior like you. You've been in the program for 3 years?
Yes.
Yeah, after you came in. So you've been here for a long enough time to appreciate what a win like this means for the program. What do you think, like for now and for long-term type of stuff?
Oh, it's huge because, for the past decade or so, Bosco's been seen as the best team in the county, and know that we, beat them in a very good game. Teams, not just teams, but like players, maybe trying to transfer or trying to come into Bergen Catholic might think that, oh, I'll just go to Bosco because they're automatically a better team. But after this game, they might think otherwise, and we might get better recruits and stuff.
Very good. One last thing. This has got to be a really great feeling and a great springboard. There's more hockey to play, more regular season games, Gordon Cup states. How do you guys build on this? I mean, this is a great moment, but there's so much more left to do.
Honestly, we're just going to keep playing the way that we're playing. Like, this was a almost perfect game that we played here. A few times we struggled a little bit, but honestly, if we play like how we did here, clearing pucks from the middle, chipping them, shooting for rebounds, just playing how we usually play, I think we should do fine.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
On the other side. This is live. This is not back up a little bit. You're tall. Good. I'm standing here with the most valuable player of the 2020 Bergen County Tournament, Antonio Karoli. Antonio, first of all, congratulations to you and your teammates. How do you feel?
Feels great. I haven't won something since 2004, and that banner in the gym, last thing is 2004, and it's great to have something up there finally.
I was talking to your father after a couple of the games. It seemed like you were just a little bit snake bit, if you don't mind me saying that. Pucks were rolling off your stick a little bit too far ahead with a pass. How did it feel to get control of that one and send it up over the glove?
Obviously, it felt great. Probably one of the biggest goals I've ever scored in my life, and we got bigger things coming this year. We got Gordon playoffs, we got state championship, and I'm going to have to bury those in those games.
So you've been in the program now for 2 years, a couple more years to go. What do you think that this can do for the BC program to knock off Bosco and their era of dominance in this tournament for the program in general?
It's huge for the program, and for most of the guys we have on our team, underclassmen, it's great for them to get the experience and just having this much fun. It's great because next year I'm going to be an upperclassman, and just to get this experience, it's great going into next year.
Thanks very much for doing this. Congratulations. Good job. Good, Jace? Okay, I'm joined by senior forward Tommy Olson. Tommy, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There's a men's league game about to start. So, congrats.
Thank you very much.
So, as a senior, having been through 4 years of this, it's got to feel extra special to have this happen in your senior year, no?
Yes, definitely. Especially to knock off Don Bosco. No better feeling than doing that.
Early on in the game, I noticed something different. Coach actually validated it to me. The forecheck was just spot on tonight. It was aggressive, but it was very well laid out. That was a game plan change, obviously, and it worked, limiting Bosco on their exits.
Yes, definitely. And it worked on my first goal. Aram got the puck in deep, and we went right to work.
That's exactly, yeah, that was my next question was, off the forecheck, you surprised Marich. I thought he was completely, surprised by you getting to that puck and getting it in. It was a good play by Aram down low. So obviously, how do you guys build on something like this? It's such a high in the middle part of the season. A lot of hockey left.
Yeah, definitely. We just got to keep working on it and practice. Keep the forecheck going and getting pucks deep. It's just our mentality now. And we just got to follow that game plan, and we'll be successful all year long. Thanks
for coming out and doing this. Go back to the teammates. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So that's going to do it from outside of the BC locker room. The 2020 champions of the Bergen County Tournament, the Bergen Catholic Crusaders. Good night, everybody.